Why didn't anyone say anything? We did. You were there. Mom said something at Thanksgiving. Dad looked uncomfortable every time. I asked Keith if he was drunk. He just laughed it all off. I know. I should have pushed harder. I should have told you privately. I wiped my eyes. It's not your fault. It's his. My sister squeezed my shoulder. I'm glad you finally stood up to him. My phone rang around 10. Natalie's name showed up on the screen. I answered. Hey. Hey. Are you okay? I'm okay. Are you? Yeah. Tom knows everything now. I showed him all the texts. How did he take it? He wanted to drive over to Keith's parents' house and punch him. I almost let him. I laughed even though nothing was funny. Can I come over? Natalie asked. I want to show you something. Sure. She got there 20 minutes later. Her eyes were red like she'd been crying too. She sat down on the couch and pulled out her phone. I need to show you all of it. Not just what I mentioned yesterday. There's more. She handed me her phone. The messages went back months. 4 months at least. Keith asking her to get coffee. Natalie saying no. Keith asking again a week later. Natalie saying she had a boyfriend. Keith saying Tom didn't appreciate her like he would. Natalie telling him to stop. Keith saying he was just being nice. Over and over. The same pattern. I scrolled through 30 texts. Maybe more. My stomach turned. They were flirty. They were persistent. They were sent when Keith knew I'd be at work or busy with something else. Every single one came during times when he knew I wouldn't see him on his phone. I handed the phone back to Natalie. I feel sick. I'm so sorry. You have nothing to be sorry for. I should have told you sooner. You told me when you were ready. That's what matters. Natalie wiped her eyes. I kept thinking he'd stop. That if I just ignored him, he'd get the hint. But he never did. I know. The messages made everything worse. Not just because of what they said, but because of when he sent them. Every single one was calculated. Sent when I was at work. When I was at my mom's house. When I was busy with something and wouldn't notice him on his phone. He'd planned it all out. He'd known exactly what he was doing. And he'd done it anyway. Natalie put her phone away and looked at me with red eyes. I kept hoping he'd just stop. That if I ignored him enough, he'd realize I wasn't interested and leave me alone. But he never did. I reached across the couch and squeezed her hand. This isn't your fault. You told him no. Multiple times. He chose to keep going. I know, but I should have told you sooner. I was scared you'd think I was making it up or trying to cause problems. Natalie wiped her face. You're my best friend. I didn't want to ruin your marriage over something I thought might just go away. It wouldn't have ruined my marriage. Keith ruined it himself. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at him for putting you in this position. For making you uncomfortable when you should have felt safe around us. She nodded and we sat there for a minute without talking. My sister knocked on the door around noon. She came in with her laptop bag and a determined look on her face. Okay, we're documenting everything. Every comment, every text. Every time he showed up somewhere Natalie didn't expect him. We need dates, locations, and who else was there to see it. My sister sat up at the kitchen table and opened a spreadsheet. Natalie pulled out her phone again and started reading dates off the text message.